Hey everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video, and let's dive right in. Markets had a down day today. I know we haven't seen a lot of those. I'm actually fairly interested on the short side of the transportation sector, IYT. So why is that? Well, you can see here that we got a sell arrow here. We came down, reverted, basically pulled back to support, shot to new highs, got a sell signal there. All right, so we got a shoulder and we got a head. And then you'll notice that the bars turn from green, and of course green equals momentum, positive momentum to the upside, and turn to yellow. And yellow is basically more, it's directionless at that point. So and that's when you see a head and shoulders pattern and you start to see it go directionless, that's the sign that the next color is red, that's when you get downside acceleration. So at this point, we closed right at the trend line, and what I'm looking for, we bought some puts today, is the idea that we could go down to this 1272 extension at 183.54. All right, so that's the first one. In addition, we got a sell signal on NVDA today. Now NVDA, you can see here, has this nice trend line here. And before we had, again, so the idea here is you got yellow 10x bars, you had a squeeze. So if you have a squeeze with yellow bars, that's great, because then when you get green, you can get some action. While they're green, when you get the sell signal, all that means is like, hey, look for a pullback to the mean, get back in on the trend. Pull back to the mean, get back in. Pull back to the mean, get back in. And then, of course, we got yellow as people were waiting ahead to get earnings and all that. So now we got a sell signal that pushed us through the trend line. So for me, that was actually an alert. We bought some puts with the idea that this could continue. All right. So it may not, obviously, but it's, again, looking at something where you want to get some specific signals to utilize. Okay. So now what about TLT? This is one where we made some good profits in it, but we exited it on Friday. All right. So if we look at TLT, our entry signal was back here. So we had our entry signal here, buying calls, buying the stock, stop at the lows. And you're looking at that, boom, we get green. Okay, so when you get this, again, remember at this point, you're just looking for reversion to the mean. We pop up, reversion to the mean, reversion to the mean, reversion to the mean, reversion to the mean, unless they turn yellow or red. And at that point, you're looking for it to be over. So once we got these red bars, we exited and last week and then on Friday, and now you can see the action today. So we had a lot of people asking like, oh my God, how did you know that bonds were going to go down? I didn't. I just had an exit signal. So we got this beautiful run here, exited, and now we'll look for a specific buy signal like this one to dive right back in. So we have something similar here on the S&Ps as NVIDIA. So we've had this trend line since November 6th, give or take. And it's held, it's held, it's held, it's held. Here we are again. And you can see the sell signals, of course, we got up here. So I'm at this point, because of all the volume we had down here, okay, the dots on this represent above average volume. We didn't have that here. We didn't have that here. We had one dot there. I'm looking at that we could continue. So for some reason we do get a small gap up tomorrow. I do think that we'd roll it over and die, and there's certainly a possibility that we could continue pushing lower tomorrow. And then one thing that's nice about this too is you'll notice up here there's all these little labels, right? And then you'll notice that there's a 1 minute and then a 2 minute and a 3 minute and a 10-minute chart and a 30-minute chart. Well, so this happens to be the S&Ps. What this is showing you is the color of these bars on those time frames. So remember, red bars mean that the momentum has accelerated to the downside, and on the S&Ps that's happened on the 1 minute chart all the way through the 4-hour chart. Okay, that's huge. Typically that means the next one to go is going to be the daily chart, right? And then from there the 2-day chart. And you can see that these larger time frames are already yellow, which means they're neutral. So anyway, so if you're not familiar with any of this stuff, this is what it is. So if you go to simplertrading.com/10x, the class for this I already taught on Saturday. So this was last Saturday, and it's recorded, so you can still get that. But what most people have been interested in is the 10x bars, those arrow indicators. So basically they can time this market without trying to figure out what the market's going to do next, because trying to figure out what this market is going to do next is very frustrating. When you, on the other hand, if you just get signals that tend to work most of the time and ignore the news, that's a lot better. Now, the one I showed you where you've got all 18 time frames and you can see everything that we just looked at on the S&Ps, that's the new multi-text 10x indicator, and that's pretty amazing. So how this works is that if this is the first time you're seeing this, you can still get the basic package, which has the recording of the class I taught on Saturday, plus the 10x bars on a single chart, plus those reversal indicators. And then the pro version includes all of that, plus that multi indicator, so you can see all 18 time frames at once, plus we do 2 days of live trading starting this upcoming Wednesday, December 4th. Okay, so anyway, it's going to be great. And then the elite is if you're like, you know what, I didn't even know this happened. I want all that. I want 4 days of live trading with you, plus a free ticket to the end of the year tax loss harvest, which is awesome. So if you go to simplertrading.com/10x, you can join me on Wednesday for the live trading, get these tools, and start going with the flow in these markets, whatever asset class, stock, currency, Forex, Bitcoin you like to trade. All right? You guys have a great night, and we'll see you at the next update.